Good morning from Meadows North, a nice little stopover on the Pacific Crest Trail. I've been looking around trying to find a quiet place to film. Not easy around here. It's very busy. It's a really nice stop. They have a campground, they have all these cabins. Apparently the cabins book out like a year and a half in advance. There's lots of families around fishing and enjoying the outdoors. Just really nice to see. It really reminds me of the way that my family and I used to spend our vacations in the summer. You know, going to the local state park and camping and hiking and biking and fishing and all that. So it's really nice to see. Also, it's great being that they're so busy that they also cater to PCT hikers and have room for us. They have a little camping area. We can put our tents. They have like a little bunk room. I just stayed in my tent. I had a really lovely night of sleep. I was right next to the creek, so water sounds always lull me right to sleep. They also have a camp store with lots of hiker resupply options. They have Wi-Fi for PCT hikers, showers, laundry, and a restaurant that's honestly very affordable. The food's great. It's pretty basic, but it's really tasty and not overpriced, which is also really nice because we're out in the middle of nowhere, and they run on a generator, so that's pretty awesome. And then they have a saloon, which I visited yesterday during a rainstorm. So I was supposed to take the shuttle out at 9:30 a.m. I decided to extend my stay by a few hours. I'm gonna take the 2:30 p.m. today instead. It's just been a really nice, relaxing stop. And I've got just a few days to get to South Lake Tahoe, where I'll meet my brother to jump off for my Carson City to Canada quest. So I'm really not in a rush. I figure I'll probably hike out like 10 miles or something this afternoon. So really didn't need to rush. So I figured I'd stick around a little longer, have some more treats, have some more cold drinks, and get back to it this afternoon. So that's what I'm up to today. So I got a package of treats from my Aunt Kay. Thanks, Kay. Let's open it and find out what's inside. Ooh, yum. This stuff all looks awesome. Thank you so much, Kay. That was so sweet of you. Okay, let's go into the store and check out the resupply options. I think they do a really nice job. They clearly know what hikers are after, and they try to provide that stuff. They have Norsides and ramen and tuna packets and backpacker meals and tons of snacks and more of these protein cookie flavors than I've ever seen. They obviously put a lot of effort into getting the stuff that hikers like, so that is very much appreciated. And it is a little pricey. We're out in the middle of nowhere, but I don't think it's unreasonably priced for where we are. And here's my lunch today, a grilled cheese and fries. Unfortunately, they're out of the veggie burger. Sad. And now, after a wonderful time at Meadows North, back on the trail. By the way, Gary, our shuttle driver, gave us some really fun history on the way up, so that was an added bonus of the shuttle ride. Ooh, I have not seen these kind of flowers before. They're really pretty. These views are just crazy beautiful. Oh, we got more snowfields, folks. So, there was a sketchy part of the trail today. Don't mind my bug net. There are a lot of mosquitoes around here, as per usual. But there was a really sketchy snowfield, like covering the trail today. And it was really steep, and there was no way in heck I was gonna go over that snowfield. I don't think anyone has been going over that snowfield for good reason. So there was a path down around it, but it looked like a lot of loose scree, and I really need new shoes. And mine are a little bit slippery right now because there's just not a lot of tread left. So then there was a path over it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over it. That seems safer. That was the wrong answer. I got to the top. The climbing up was totally fine, but then I got to the top and I was like, oh no, I have to figure out how to get down. So I kind of crossed across the top, which was, you know, patches of some scree and some solid rock. So I was passing over the solid rock, but there wasn't like a great way to get down. I don't know if you guys know this, but I also like to rock climb in my free time. I mostly do gym climbing, but I have done some outdoor climbing too. And so I'm not like uncomfortable climbing, but there was just a lot of loose rock and stuff, and it was kind of steep coming down. So I decided the safest way to do it would be to toss my bag down back to the trail so that I didn't have my pack weighing me down as I down climbed. So I did that. I tossed it down. In the bag, it just was not as graceful as I would have liked it to have been. And it did end up on the trail, but it did a little bit of a yard sale. Some of my stuff in the outside pockets came out, and bad news, busted one of my water bottles. So I'm down to one water bottle. Big bummer, which means I'm gonna have to filter my water more often, which I hate doing. But I guess better a busted water bottle than a busted glow stick. So anyway, be careful out there, you guys. Make good choices. The better choice here would have been to go down around the snowfield, but hindsight's 2020. Made it out just fine. So everything's fine, just not my water bottle. Oh, by the way, just wanted to say again how lovely my stay at Kennedy Meadows North was. You know, a lot of those types of places with the camping and the shared like communal spaces for hikers and whatever, they get kind of overwhelming for me. It's always too many people in a small space. There's usually one bathroom. They're usually kind of dirty. It's a lot for me generally, but this place I really, really liked. It was just a really nice, pleasant place to stay. I feel like they've really gone out of their way to cater to hikers. And it wasn't too crowded. The staff was super nice and super helpful. And I met a lot of really nice hikers there, or connected with some really nice hikers that I've met recently on trail and haven't known very well. And I feel like generally the PCT is just not as friendly as the AT. And I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it's because of the lack of the shelter system, or people are doing a wide variety of miles, so you're not seeing the same people all the time. I'm not sure what it is, but I do feel like it's been more difficult to make friends out here. And I feel like I'm just seeing different people all of the time instead of kind of seeing the same people, you know, and then like you start getting to know people and then you never see them again. So anyway, I feel like I have not been as successful at making friends out here. I mean, I have made friends, don't get me wrong, but it's just different. It's just different than the AT. The AT community is just so amazing and so strong. But I really felt like at Kennedy Meadows North, it felt more like the AT community. I hung out with some really nice, fun people. I had a really great time there. Shout out to Delicate Flower and Summer Santa and Stealth and Savage and Timber. I hung out with those people the most. Also met Highlight and Flying from the Netherlands. They were super friendly and cool. So it's just nice to connect with some fun folks and, you know, have some meals together and just hang out. And it just felt very natural and very fun. And, you know, some of these places I feel like I kind of want to run out of. And this place, I was kind of dilly-dally, and I was like, I could stay longer. And the only reason I didn't is because I'm meeting my brother in a few days in South Lake Tahoe. So I was like, well, I guess I better get a move on. But it was just a really pleasant experience. I really liked Kennedy Meadows North and definitely recommend to stop there. Dinner tonight, top ramen. By the way, this kind is vegetarian / vegan, and it's always sold out everywhere. I can never find it. So this is an exciting day because I love this stuff. And a Milky Way for dessert. The tent spot tonight. And got a nice view from camp.